Now, as you guys know, sometimes I just make videos because my backers request it, even though I personally don't see the point in making them. The first time that I talked about Styx was because it was genuinely shocking. Like, I didn't expect that he would get arrested for such a charge, which is domestic battery. But after talking about it and informing people on why he is not streaming, I just don't see why I should follow the case anymore because we still haven't arrived to a conclusion. But I got a lot of backers that are asking me to talk about it. So it's like, fine, I will. But I'll try to talk about like the grander scheme of things. Like, it's so bizarre that you have content creators that become the center of attention over stuff that they do in their private life, even though it's abhorrent, right? Like, this, that just didn't happen on TV. Like, if you remember Don Lemon, he was also accused of molesting someone, I think. Like, he went into a gay bar and, like, reached into a man's pants or something like that. And people just didn't talk about it, right? Like, people still tuned in to CNN, they still watched him, and it's just like a new era, I suppose, where content creators that fuck up, they become the spotlight. Now, for me as an Eastern European, like, I want you to understand just how different our culture is. So I'm not going to talk about my personal take on this, but like, I want you to understand how Eastern Europeans view this. There was a show a couple of years ago, very popular in my country, and it had two people, which were the presenters, and they were basically taking bloopers and jokes from like other shows. That was what they were doing. It was like a comedy thing. And one of them ends up getting into a really nasty traffic accident which killed a few people. And when you actually look into it, you realize that the situation could have been avoided. The guy was driving a car in a very unsafe manner. He was driving on the opposite side of the road in a very dangerous curve. The police stop him once, and he starts to go, it's like, oh, you're just stopping me because I'm a celebrity, you're just harassing me, so on and so forth. And he just gets off with a warning. And the next time he does the same things, he actually just frontally rams another car, ends up killing a bunch of people. And this is a major scandal for a while. I think he didn't even go to prison, he just got his license suspended. But guess what? Like, after a couple of months, he's still back on television as if nothing happens. Like, he still carries on. Now, normally, right, if this was, I think, like in an American society, first of all, the network wouldn't allow him to come back with that type of behavior. But secondly, you'd hope that people would just stop watching, right? Because, like, if we are a moral society and you really care about the personality of the person that you're watching, then you would just stop. But the truth is that people generally didn't care. They were watching the show because of the comedy, and they just didn't care about the behavior of that person, right? So unless I think like it's a sex charge or something like that, just people just don't care. They will keep watching. And I think that this is what's happening on the internet as well. Like, regardless of what the content creator does, like, there will obviously be other content creators that talk about it, and there are going to be people that are horrified by it. But at the end of the day, you look at the subscribers, and they just don't care. You know, the same thing is happening with Dr. Disrespect, the same thing is happening with Mr. Beast, and the same thing is happening with Styx. So, like, I don't think we live in a moral society, you know, where people genuinely care about the virtues and stuff. Like, people will talk about it, and they will be like, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, when you actually look at the numbers, when you actually look at the subscribers, sometimes these people even gain subscribers rather than lose. So that's just an observation that I had, you know, because I thought like in the beginning that maybe Eastern European culture is different. But then you realize, no, American culture isn't. It's just that the corporations try to safeguard a little bit. I guess like in the case of Dr. Disrespect, they demonetized, but in the case of Mr. Beast, literally no one cared. Despite the fact that, again, like a lot of content creators were making videos and a lot of people were really upset, at the end of the day, nothing happened, right? So, in the case of Styx, for those of you that kept asking, like, what I think will happen, absolutely nothing. Again, I have seen content creators do worse things than him, and they just bounce back. Like, people just don't care. And Styx doesn't even use ads on his videos, so he's not going to get demonetized or anything like that. It's like, again, I don't think anything will change. But like, if you're asking me if I think he did it or not, I don't know. I mean, he gave an interview recently and he claims that he didn't get any charges, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't know American law that well, but basically he's saying that the moment you're suspected of something in that state, they put you in jail and you gotta get a lawyer, which is what he did. So he's basically claiming that he hasn't gotten charged with anything. Again, I'm not a legal expert in American law. I don't know the state that he is in, so I can't tell about that. But there was another video that came out which has a woman with a bloody nose, and you can hear Styx in the background. Now, that video was placed and immediately was privated, and Styx is saying that there's an ongoing lawsuit over that, a lawsuit of defamation, and there's multiple parties involved. So, again, this is why I didn't jump the gun and talk about it, because, yeah, editing these videos is easy, but at the same time, it could be true. Like, if I don't know, there's no point in speculating or making a video about it. Time will tell, I suppose. Like, usually these things always come out in the end. So, given the fact that the situation just happened, I wish people were a little bit more patient and allow the legal process to take hold, because again, you see a video on the internet, like, you can't tell if it's real or not because you don't have the process of discovery. You can't ask the people. Like, I can't ask the person that uploaded whether it's true or not. I can't ask anyone. It's like, okay, when did this take place? Can I see the whole thing, not just that clip? Right? Like, you can't ask those questions. So time will definitely tell what actually happened there. The only person that ends up with a hot potato from all of this situation is the Quartering. The Quartering has a show, and I understand he actually had reporters and stuff, and he laid them off, probably realized that they're not very profitable, and instead he decided to hire Styx and Melanie Mac. I don't know about that combo, because Melody Mac is very religious, while Styx, I mean, he's got a pentagram and says demons are watching over him, and with the current controversy, yeah, I mean, that definitely will attract a lot of trolls. And the problem with the Quartering is, at least the vibe that I get, is that he doesn't handle criticism very well. So he's going to have, like, a lot of people in the comment section shit-talking about this and bringing this up. And it's going to depend on how he reacts to it. Because if he spurts out and reacts in a negative manner, it's just going to amplify things. So again, the only person with a hot potato from all of this drama is the Quartering and his show. So it's going to be fascinating for the next couple of months. From what I understand, like, the Quartering actually spent thousands of dollars bailing Styx out. And he's got an investment into this because now Styx has to go and do the show for free. And he's like an indentured servant to the Quartering now. And a lot of people were asking, it's like, well, the Quartering is a millionaire. Like, why couldn't he just pay the bail? And it's like, well, yeah, but, like, people don't become millionaires by being charitable. They're usually becoming millionaires by being Scrooge McDuck. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Still, Styx claims that he's not charged. So if he does get charged, I think it's going to be public record. Like, this is a lie that's easily debunked. And, again, just, it will take a matter of time. I think the next court date is in a couple of days, and we're going to get more information then. But I generally don't want to cover this anymore, so please stop asking. Unless, of course, like, he ends up going to prison, which is unlikely, or something major happens. Like, there's just no point in talking about this drama, because there's other channels that cover it much better than I. Like, there's channels that specialize in this, and there's channels that actually go into all of the lore, and they look into it, and they have, like, all the legal details and stuff. Well, I try to focus more on funny articles and shit, So, unless, like, this escalates, or we have, like, a final decision, I just don't see a point. Because I don't find Styx that interesting. Like, I don't associate with him. I used to watch his channel, but, like, lately, I think that his videos aren't as high quality as they used to be. I don't know why this is. Like, maybe he lost his passion, or maybe he has things happening in his life, or maybe it's substance abuse. I don't know. But, like, the quality of his videos is not as insightful as it once was. And this is not just me saying. It's, like, a lot of people in his own comment sections are pointing it out. So, yeah, there's, like, other drama channels you can follow if you want more information about this. Like, if you're the type of person that's into celebrity gossip or whatever. Because I'm not very good at it. Like, I'm not really good at looking through the logs and trying to figure out what happened, and, you know, like, he said, she said type of thing, and I need to act shocked, and I need to act surprised, or I need to act outraged. It's like, dude, I'm from Eastern Europe. Like, I see worse stuff done by people on the television, on the national news. So, like, this is just like, I mean, it's bad, don't get me wrong, you know, like, it's awful, actually, but compared to Romanian TV, it's quite okay, I guess. Like, it could be worse. No one died, right? Jesus. No, seriously, I still find it difficult to believe that a TV presenter killed people and then came back doing a comedy show as if nothing happened. And he's still there today, like, I think. Yeah, like, he's still doing the same show. It's like, man, people watching it. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.